Dear friend, this young lady has 828 personal recruits in her career, over 250,000 distributors on her team, over 450,000 customers. She's going to teach you how to gain attention and to start conversations now. Please welcome to the Recruiting Challenge, Ms. Emily Vavra. Emily, hit it.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be here with you. Let's roll. If you're ready, say I'm ready in the comments. If you want to learn right now how to get your first sign up, how to get your 20th sign up, how to get out of a slump, let's go. Like Eric said, I've been in this industry for a decade. I started when I was 23 years old, and I at the time had about 900 Facebook friends, and they were all my high school friends or coworkers. So I had to really learn how to create engagement on social media, how to talk to people, right? All the skills that I'm going to teach you here today. But I will tell you, when it comes to recruiting, there is, yes, a tremendous amount of skill, but we got to back up the train for a hot second. I got to teach you that you got to manage your energy, and you got to take control of your energy when you go into conversations with other people. When you start reaching out to people, when you start recruiting, when you're out there walking your dog, when you're doing life, when you're at the restaurant, you have to take control of your energy. You are energy, okay? And so the very first thing before I do anything, okay, before I go to recruit, work my list, do my IDAs, income producing activities, okay, I play music, I jump up and down. And if we had more time, I would have had a whole session with you of us just raging, okay? Because what that does is it puts you in an amazing state. A lot of you are working full-time jobs. You have a baby on your hip, you know, you have kids homeschooling in the corner, right? Your life looks crazy at times. Does it? It does say it does, right? Let's just all admit that. And so when we go to start recruiting and serving and connecting, we got to get our energy right, okay? And your frequency will dictate whether or not you enroll someone in the next 7 days or 20 people or whatever your goal is. So check your frequency. That's what I do constantly, okay? How you show up in life, it matters the success you have. So if you go to recruit someone and you're like complaining about what's going on in your life, or your energy is low, people can feel that. People can feel that, okay? So what I do, and what I did in the beginning, I did my affirmations, and I still do this. I am a recruiting machine. So say that I am a recruiting machine. Okay, everything in my life is coming to me right now. I'm constantly speaking this out. I'm constantly speaking this out. I'm the boss. I'm going to bless someone today. And if you believe it, you'll get it. Okay, God will meet you at your level of expectation every single time. So what do you expect? Because in a minute here, I'm going to give you, something to do on social media. I'm going to get you in the game. If you want to get in the game, comment below, I want to get in the game, because I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a minute. But you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to, be energetic about it. Maybe not seeming, but you got to feel it inside of you that you really have something that can bless someone else's life. Okay. And what I hope you get from these next 7 days is you start to have more and more and more conversations than you've ever had in your life. Because I talk to people out there trying to do network marketing. Most of the time, I have found that they just don't have a large enough sample size. You're talking to the same 5, 10 people over and over again. And what we're going to help you do in these next 7 days is increase the amount of conversations you have. So that way you can learn how to properly connect with someone, build a relationship, get them to take a look at your product or service. Okay. And when you start to increase your sample size, you're gonna find that this is truly a numbers game. People are not numbers, but it's a numbers game. And it's gonna allow you to actually get a win. People with lots of exposures win. Okay. That's just how this goes. People with large exposures win. So we need more conversations going. And then what we find is you start having more meetings, because this whole objective is not to have you sit on social media all day. The whole objective is to get you doing meetings this week. And what you'll find, you do 8 meetings, 12 meetings, 15 meetings, and everything you know from your head starts to go to your heart, and you realize the gift we have here in network marketing that people all around the world are praying for right now more than ever. Before we dive in, I just want to share this with you. You cannot care what other people think. I talk to people every single day that want this so bad. You have huge goals, huge dreams. But when it comes to prospecting, recruiting, you're so afraid to send that message. because you make it all about yourself.
Did you hear her? She said many of us are so scared to send a message. Many of us are so scared to make a call because you are so selfish. All you're thinking about is yourself. Remember, we're in a business of helping people. The more people you help, the more life gives you what you want. If you're here and you are so selfish, you think only about yourself, you don't think of the person you can render assistance or help to, then trust me, you won't succeed in this business. This business is not about you. Remember what I told us yesterday. We are in this business because of the vision. You already know the RDI vision as a team to help 100,000 entrepreneurs in between $10,000 monthly come the year 2025. That is the big team. Now, I myself, Eminent Augusta, as your leader, my vision for each and every one of you is to become our team, Alpha Lion, is to raise leaders who are financially stable. And in return, they will help others to become financially stable. This will drive a change in every individual life and in the lives of their family. That is our goal as an Alpha Lion team. That's our goal. Whether you like it or not, whether you participate or not, it's going to happen with or without you. It's going to happen. Now, when you believe in our vision so much and strongly, you drive in with the vision. You are driving the vision, not money. When you see that you are driving the vision, you see that you discover that you are helping people along the way. And as you're helping people along the way, in return, you're going to make money. That's the truth. So the reason why many of us are so lazy that we're not sending messages, the reason why some of us are so lazy that we're not making calls is because we are so selfish that all we think about is ourselves. We're not thinking about others. So start thinking about others. Know that you have a value that is great in your hand that can change someone's life. You have a product that can help someone's life. You have a business opportunity that can change someone's life. Use a professional way to do what? To help them. Use the professional system to do what? To help them. She also talked about exposure. That you can't sit down and be doing 1-2 exposure and expecting result. No. Remember, our business is a number game. The larger number of people you expose to, the more results you get. Like, for example, now, if you want to have, we've done the mathematics before. If you want to have 2 persons to connect to your business today, what do you need to do? You need to at least reach out to at least 20 phone calls, 20 conversations with people. Out of those 20 conversations, ensure that at least when you now make the call, in fact, let me be more realistic to you. Let me be more realistic to you. The more contacts, 50, 100 you make, because you want someone that will say, yes, I want to watch the video. Yes, I want to attend the Zoom meeting. You have a 20 conversation with people in a day. In a week, that is, we are talking about in a week, that's 7 times 20, that's in a week, we're talking about 140 phone calls. That will end up giving you at least 5 times 7, that's 35 people telling you I want to attend, at least average 35, telling you I want to attend or watch your video. And at the end of the day, that may leave you out on having like 10 persons, positive people attending Zoom meeting or watching video. And at the end, you end up having 2 persons making payments. Yesterday, Mrs. Aminu made 20 phone calls. And guess what? 3 persons attended Zoom meeting. I don't know how many conversations Reverend Benson made. I know some of us, even some people that attended didn't even know the name of the person that called them or that invited them. What am I trying to say? This business is a number game. If you can do 10 in a day, then be committed and be truthful to the 10 phone calls and conversation. Be consistent daily, not I do today, I did not do tomorrow. If it's 20, be consistent. If your capacity is 50, go for 50. Yesterday, I made over 200 phone calls. Over 200 phone calls. I got 2 positive. Through the crowd, you'll be able to penetrate, but you have to pay the price to penetrate to get that one serious person that is going to change and explode what you're doing, that will work with you to explode the vision. So please, let's be committed.
Stop giving people the power to emotionally affect you. You get sad because someone doesn't write back. Okay, you feel like a failure. Guys, the only approval I need is from myself and my own personal integrity and God's. That is it. Okay, and I want you to have that mindset when you're recruiting. Jefferson said it, this may or not be for everybody, and that is a-okay. But if you're addicted to other people's approval, you will never be a 7-figure earner.
Did you hear that? Our business is not for everybody, is okay. That's why when you prospect, you receive no. When you receive rejection, it's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't allow it emotionally traumatize or disturb you. Just know that it's not for everybody. But you need to do the work in order to be a 7-figure earner. You need to do the number game. You need to share the information professionally. The moment you start allowing people to affect you emotionally, people's response to affect you emotionally, you can't be a 6-figure or 7-figure earner in this business. I went to Oshun, I told you guys now. I spent over 120K, over 120K to launch Oshun. Guess what? Just 2 persons came. That wasn't my expectation. But will I allow that event to emotional? I won't lie to you, I'm a human being. I was emotionally affected, but that's why it's good to keep developing yourself. The level of my personal development, I've created a buffer inside me, a shock absorber that when negative things happen, it absorbs it and it doesn't allow, as in, I don't allow myself to be affected greatly by it. Am I not here today? Am I not still doing my activity? Am I not even intensifying my activity? I'm even planning for my own personal project 100. While I'm working with all of you, I'm also planning for my own, because I can't be telling you do this and I'm not doing. I can't do that. Before I tell you to do something, know that I've done it. While I'm helping you while I'm helping you to make money in this project, while I'm guiding you on how to be successful in this project, I'm also doing my own for my own personal way. I reach out to people that I'm helping. I also play my own role as part of the project because I'm the team leader. So please, let's not allow people's objections, people rejections, people no get close to you. Remember, our mantra is when someone tells you no or when there's an objection, be excited and anticipate for the next big event. Because life has just tested you. That event of Oshun that wasn't successful, life just tested me and I'm grateful. I learned from it and I've moved on. And I'm so excited to life because I'm waiting for my next big blow. That's how we handle objections.
And you will never make the impact you're born to make. If you're emotionally dependent on other people's approval, that is a limiting belief. And we got to change that. So I'm going to get you in the game right now. We're going to take some daily massive action. We're going to some massive action right now. So what I want you to do, think about your business. Okay, maybe you sell a hair product, makeup, maybe you sell a service. Okay, you help people learn about financial literacy. Okay, maybe you sell a nutrition product, right? There's all these great things we do. Okay, I want you to think about something you're excited about around your company, around your business. Okay, let me throw ideas at you. You could have got paid this week. Who got paid this week in their network marketing business? Okay, maybe your side hustle is paying your mortgage. Maybe you helped someone pay their mortgage. Maybe you helped 2 people gain more mental clarity. Maybe you helped someone on your team, finally get out of a rut in their life. Maybe you had a transformation on your product. Okay, maybe you have more confidence now because you've released 10 pounds, right? I'm giving you all sorts of ideas that you could be excited about. Maybe you finally found a community that is helping you raise your game in your life. So what I want you to do now, as we think of this, I want to see this in the comments. What is something positive that has happened in your life because you've joined your network marketing company? Think about it specific. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on Facebook right now, okay? And we're going to post it. And I don't want a novel. I'm sorry. Nobody cares. Okay. I want in this little box, you know how on Facebook you can do the little box text? I want a couple sentences. That's it. Okay. Make it whatever cute color you want. And we're going to get some traction. Okay. I have hope now. I'm some of these beautiful comments. Keep them coming. Okay. I want to see more specific. If it's something around your product. Okay. And if you want to attract business, I recommend having it be more of a business post. You can do the same thing on Instagram, LinkedIn, okay? And so what this does, okay, we got a 40-pound weight loss, you know, we've grown personally, you have new leadership skills, you know, maybe you've learned more in this business than you did from, you know, your college degree. Oh, that's a bold statement. Okay, so whatever it is, I want you to post something. And some of you, this is kind of difficult for you because you never brag about yourself and you feel like this is a little bit like, oh man, I'm not sure. But a lot of you are in a secret business as well. And nobody knows that you have something that could change their life. So I want you to just gain traction. And if you're in each other's companies, go like, love, comment, support each other. Okay. And now we take it a step further. After we do the post, anybody who likes it, loves it, okay, anybody who comments on it, we're sliding into the DMs, we're sending them a private message, and we're saying, hey, Jefferson, thank you so much for your comment on my post. It means the world to me. How is everything going? You start a conversation with them. You don't, okay, I know Jefferson just talked about what you don't do. You don't send them a mass message, including all your links and your product videos and inviting them to a webinar and Zoom. You don't do that at amateur hour. If you want to be a professional, okay, you build the relationship. How are you? Okay, and you start that conversation. And for every person watching this, every single connection you have with a human is going to look different, because some people, you know, you work out with them, you see them all the time. Some people are complete strangers. So what I want you to do with every single person you connect to, okay, whether you're doing reach outs on Instagram, Facebook, doesn't matter. I want you to go to their Facebook page and look at their life, what is going on. Because some people, when they have, you know, when we're recruiting, I have found that your brain is so transactional. And as much as I love that, you guys, if you want to connect to somebody, you have to know who the heck you're talking to. So go to their page and look at them. Okay, look at who they are. You know, I might go to someone on Instagram and, you know, I'll use my friend April as an example before she was on the team. Okay, you know, she's positive. I can tell she posts positive quotes. Can't really tell. I don't think she doesn't do a business. She's just a positive woman. She very much is passionate about her 3 girls. You can tell she's been married a long time, and her husband relationship is high value to her. She loves working out. You can just see all this. Okay. So when I would reach out to her, like Eric said, like Jefferson said, I would be a compliment. Okay. And so this might be kind of a cold reach out. Let's say I have no idea who she is other than on Facebook or Instagram stalking, which we all do. Okay. I would say, you know, something like this. Hey, April. Hi, this is Emily. May you not know who I am, but I couldn't help but come across your page. You seem so positive. You have so much life. I love your beautiful girls. You know, I know this is kind of forward, but as I was looking at your page, I feel you would be exceptionally good at what I do. Would you be open to connecting for 2 minutes? That's it. That's a stranger. Okay. That's a stranger approach. Okay. So that's a great way to do a reach out. Compliment. It may or may not be for you. If I would you, inviting them, that's a cold approach. Now I'm throwing examples. If you like examples, let me know, because I'm throwing examples. I'm going to give you an example of a woman that I work out with on Sundays. Okay. Her husband is extremely wealthy. I live here in Southern California, you know, entertainment, friends that I hang out with at times, and she doesn't have anything going on in her life. Her husband crushes it. And I can tell, okay, when I see her, she is vibrant, beautiful, but she seems a little bored. Okay. So her name's Julie. Okay. So if I'm gonna do a reach out now to Julie, I might say something like, hey, Julie, it was great to see you in Malibu a couple of weeks ago. I just want to say I love, you know, seeing you and connecting with you. And I've never, ever shared with you what I do for a living, but I couldn't help but think you would be very good at it. Would you be open to going coffee sometime soon? So I share more. That's it. I didn't spam her with, we have these products and this many herbs and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I didn't go into vivid detail. I literally connected. And this is how I get so many meetings. And this is how, I get people to actually take a look at what we do, because I set it up correctly. Okay. If that's making sense, let me know if that's making sense. Okay. And then, once I get the dialogue going, of course I send a video. Of course I use tools. Of course that's how I duplicate. But initially I love to connect. And what I recommend doing, if you're doing this on social or text or whatever, send a voice message. And this is why it's so wildly important to get in the right state before you do. Send a message, let them hear your voice, okay? And that conviction in voice. And just ask them simply, would you be open? Would you come coffee, right? I want you guys to think about right now, who do you know that's a lost job? Who do you know, in the personal training industry, my gym is still not open in Southern California. It's crazy. I have so many friends whose paychecks have been cut in half. We, as a profession, we gotta go out there and talk to these people. Hey, I heard what happened with your husband, Jack. I hope everything is okay. I would be honored if you guys would just be open and sit with me for a few minutes. I've helped other people like you before. Connect to people. Figure out what's going on in their life. Before you message someone, see, what is it? Did they just have a baby? Did they just get married? Did they just move? Social media tells a lot of the surface level stuff. But as soon as we get into conversations, that's where the deep dive is. And it's in those conversations when you set up the meeting, okay? And really quickly, as we get these combos going, if you did your post and you have conversation going, we got to set up the meeting. Okay. If you don't set up the meeting, it's flat. Okay. So I want you to set it up. Hey, and here's a tip. Some people love to just stay on social media all day. Okay. So I would say, hey, I would love to chat with you more about this. However, I feel it's best just to set up a call. I have 4 o'clock available or 8 o'clock, which works for you. Get them on the phone, get them on Zoom. If you're new, okay, maybe you have a Zoom opportunity presentation going on, drive it to the tool, hey, we have a private meeting going on tonight. I have 2 spots available. I would love for you to take a look, and then afterwards we can connect. Okay, so there's other ways you do it. All my new people, they drive to my tool, they drive, and then we do a 3-way call. Okay, in those meetings, and when we go to sign up, when we go to talk to people, the first 15 minutes for me, and this is what I do, and I've been making 7 figures for a long time. I first connect with them. And this is an art that I don't know where people are losing it, but you got to look at someone in the eyes and say, what's going on in your life? What are you doing for work? Do you love what you do? How do you feel? Maybe you offer a service that can alleviate some financial stress for people, right? How do you feel? How does that make you feel? How long has it been like that? And just ask people questions. And then one of the best tips I can give you, if you want to hear one of the best tips, comment below, I want to hear it, because you better be listening. Okay? Look them dead in the eyes. Maybe your presentation is going that well and you feel like they're not going to sign up. Maybe you're feeling like, I don't know, do they like this? Ask them, if you continue doing, Brian, what you're currently doing, where will you be in 5 years? And just take a sip of water. Just let them, where will you be?
Guys, did you hear the question she just asked? Hope we are paying attention. Did you hear the question she just asked? She said, when you're prospecting, when you meet someone that is so attached to their job or to their business, I know that they are struggling. You need to understand, guys, there's something I need to teach us. It's not everybody that deserves our business. I wish I know how to write on this thing. Let me see. don't know how they spotlight this stuff. I wish, guys, there's something I want us to understand. Let me show you something. Let me stop sharing. I want to show you something. Let me share my MS Word. I just want to type. I want to show you something. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, type 111. If you can see my screen, type 111. If you can see my screen, type 111. Okay, beautiful. Now I want to show you something. I need a triangle. Can you see this triangle? It's not. It's not something that helps me draw a straight line. Okay. Okay. Sorry if it's not that straight. Okay, so hope you guys can see this pyramid, this triangle. I want to teach you something. Now let's write. %. So let's remove this. Okay, so now this triangle is I call it customer pyramid and customer pyramid. Now, the group of customers here, we call them customers on demand. They operate based on the market. They are just 3%. The group of customers here, we call it customers that are on product demand, which are optional. They are 7%. Now, the group of customers here are what we call the hard group of customers. They are not interested in the business, but they have capacity. The group of customers here are what? They have the capacity to get into the business. These people have heard about the business, but they are not interested, but they have the capacity. These people have the capacity, but they've not heard about it. Why these people will never buy whatever you are telling them? Now, you need to know that this business is not for everybody. All you need is how to get this group of people who have the capacity to join your business. Either they've heard of it or they've not heard of it. All you need to do is to look for a way of what? Of educating them more to say yes. What brought me to this topic? This lady mentioned something. There's something she said.
And that, my friend, is a kick in the pants and say, what's going on in your life? What are you doing for work? Do you love what you do? Hey, I would love to chat with you more about this. However, I feel it's best just to set up a call. I have 4 o'clock available or 8 o'clock, which works for you. Get them on the phone, get them on Zoom. If you're new, okay, maybe you have a Zoom opportunity presentation going on, drive it to the tool, drive it. Hey, we have a private meeting going on tonight. I have 2 spots available. I would love for you to take a look, and then afterwards we can connect. Okay, so there's other ways you do it. All my new people, they drive to my tool, they drive, and then we do a 3-way call. Okay, in those meetings, and when we go to sign up, we go to talk to people, the first 15 minutes for me, and this is what I do, and I've been making 7 figures for a long time. I first connect with them. And this is an art that I don't know where people are losing it, but you gotta look at someone in the eyes and say, what's going on in your life? What are you doing for work? Do you love what you do?
Did you hear that? When you are having a conversation with your prospects, that's when you've created a rapport and they know you very well. You ask them, come on, guy, what's going on in your life? Do you like what you do? The life you're living right now with what you do, 5 years from now, will you be happy with it? Will it give you the desired lifestyle that you want? If you want to know if it's going to give the desired lifestyle you want, go and look at people that are in the same profession with you, that are already 10 years ahead of you. If they're not living the kind of lifestyle you want, it's a short deal that what you're doing 5 years from now will still not give you the kind of life you want. That's the point I want us to pick. This is another powerful tool in prospecting.
How do you feel?
Let me rewind it again so that those of us that didn't note it would note down.
People, hey, I heard what happened with your husband, Jack. I hope everything is okay. I would be honored if you guys would just be open and sit with me for a few minutes. I've helped other people like you before. Connect to people, figure out what's going on in their life. Before you message someone, see, what is it? Did they just have a baby? Did they just get married? Did they just move? Social media tells a lot of the surface level stuff, but as soon as we get into conversations, that's where the deep dive is. And it's in those conversations when you set up the meeting, okay, and really quickly, you know, as we get these combos going, if you did your post and you have conversation going, we got to set up the meeting. Okay, if you don't set up the meeting, it's flat. Okay, so I want you to set it up. Hey, I would, and here's a tip, because some people love to just play on social media all day. Okay, so I would say, hey, I would love to chat with you more about this. However, I feel it's best just to set up a call. I have 4 o'clock available or 8 o'clock, which works for you. Get them on the phone, get them on Zoom. If you're new, okay, maybe you have a Zoom opportunity presentation going on, drive it to the tool, drive it. Hey, we have a private meeting going on tonight. I have 2 spots available. I would love for you to take a look, and then afterwards we can connect. Okay, so there's other ways you do it. All my new people, they drive to my tool, they drive, and then we do a 3-way call. Okay, in those meetings, and when we go to sign up, when we go to talk to people, the first 15 minutes for me, and this is what I do, and I've been making 7 figures for a long time. I first connect with them. And this is an art that I don't know where people are losing it, but you gotta look at someone in the eyes and say, what's going on in your life? What are you doing for work? Do you love what you do? How do you feel? You know, maybe you offer a service that can alleviate some financial stress for people, right? How do you feel? How does that make you feel? How long has it been like that? And just ask people questions. And then one of the best tips I can give you, if you want to hear one of the best tips, comment below, I want to hear it, because you better be listening. Better be listening, okay? Look them dead in the eyes. Maybe your presentation is going that well and you feel like they're not going to sign up. Maybe you're feeling like, I don't know, do they like this? Ask them, if you continue doing, Brian, what you're currently doing, where will you be in 5 years? And just take a sip of water. Just let them, where will you be? And that, my friend, is a kick in the pants for people. Because most people don't ever have somebody look into their soul and say, hey, are you living life on purpose? Are you doing all you can for your family? They don't get those conversations. You have to be the one to bring it. You've got to be the one to ask. And that's how you get people to take a look at your compensation plan. That's how you get people to be committed to a 5-year journey minimum with your company. That's how you people locked in. And then uncovering all the reasons why they could do this. And if somebody's not do it, it's okay. But don't walk away from a situation without extending your hand, asking if you can keep them up to date with how it's going for you, still cheering them on their life. Just because they say no doesn't mean you got to X them out. Okay, I'm signing up someone this week I talked to 10 years ago. If I would have been a total you know what to her, do you think she would have come back 10 years later? No.
Did you hear that? She's signing up someone she has been talking to for the past 10 years. Assuming she gave up and she stopped doing what she's doing, will that person come back? The answer is what? No.
You love people. That's what we're called to do in this world. But if someone says no, okay, what I want you to do is, it's okay if it's not for you. But I'm looking for somebody who has a burning desire to create change in their life. I'm looking. If you know anybody who has leadership skills, they're a winner, has a burning desire, can you please send them to me? Can you do the intro? In fact, can you do it right now? They may say, yeah, actually my sister's Sue Positive. She's Patty Positive. Okay, great. Link me up with Patty Positive, you know? And that, you guys, that's how you build that list, and that's how you build that pool, and that's how you build it and build it and build it. And it's only a matter of time. But don't be the lazy man or the lazy girl that just spam suicides everybody. Please connect. Why did you think of this person? Why? Connect to them and get it going. I'll leave you with this. Remember that you are in charge of your future. You're in charge of your state every single day. It's nobody else's fault for your inaction. It's nobody else's fault. You got to take charge. You got to literally go to work on mindset, your heart every single day, so you can show up and be the leader that I know that you are. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Do your posts and hopefully you get traction. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Emily. Amazing value, unbelievable. And yeah, if you're not getting value from this, I think it's just pretty hard to not get value from this. So between Jefferson and Emily, unbelievable job. We're just warming up, ladies and gentlemen. And again, in a moment, we've got a gentleman that's going to be joining us. His name is Trent Schulten, and unbelievable powerhouse of an individual to help you with the mind game necessary to go to the top inside of our business. But before I do that, let me just tell you, the link that I gave you before didn't work. Obviously, many of you figured that out on the lifetime access on the recordings. So throw that slide up, please. Here's the accurate link. Got it. ScoProRecruitingChallenge.com/lifetime-access. Take a photo of that, take a screenshot of that, and then you'll be able to get access to all. It's really smart to be able to do. So, Pete, do we have Trent? Are we ready to go? You're muted, brother. Pete, can you hear me? Hello, hello. I understand.
Hey, Eric, it's Brooke here. I'm just
Hey.
going to respond on behalf of Pete. I think Trent's joining us. I know he's having some technical difficulty.
Okay. Well, I'll give people some more information while we're waiting for him. Somebody
All
just give
right,
me a
sounds
thumbs up,
good.
thumbs when he's on. First of all, there's resources inside of the GoPro Recruiting Challenge page that I want you to pay attention to. If you look under announcements, there's 3 in particular that I want you to pay attention to. One is a documentary film about network marketing called The Rise of the Entrepreneur. We put it into this challenge for free for you to be able to access. And I want that to help you build your belief into this profession, that you understand the power of what you're involved in. So watch that, absorb that information, and that will help you. Number 2 is we have a 7-day recruiting challenge list builder document that you can download. That's also in the announcements. You download this. This will help you identify more prospects and build a comprehensive list. I've seen a lot of people inside of this challenge turn this into their own little workbook and own little prospecting guide, print extra pages for their prospects so they have a tracking guide to be able to see where they're at with that. Third thing I would tell you, you're going to hear a lot about social media over the course of this week. Third thing I will tell you is we have a social media posting calendar that will give you ideas on what to post every day for the next 365 days. This is all in like an Excel document that you can download, and it'll show you holidays, weekly engagement questions, weekly live video topics, weekly quotes, weekly self-promotion ideas, gratitude ideas, the real you ideas, something you've learned ideas, reposts, ask me a question, and favorite things ideas. So these types of things will help you get more engagement inside of your social media group. And if you're sometimes you struggle with creativity, like I do, this will help you. It'll just, sometimes you need a little trigger, something to be able to say, oh, hey, time to go. So both of these documents are in the announcements, and the Rise of the Entrepreneur document is also there for you to be able to work with. Have any idea where Trent's at? You getting on? Brooke, do we know what's happening?
Hey, Eric, we are working on it. So anybody follows Trent, you'll see that he's his mom's been having some medical issues.
If you're ready, Brian.
So I think that's it for that section. The next speaker is having some issues. Okay, so tell me, from what this lady taught, what do we learn? From what this lady taught, what do we learn? What do we learn from what she taught? Raise up your hand if you want to share. What do we learn from what this lady taught? Engineer Henry, go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, what I just learned from what she talked is that you you must bring up conversations. You must bring up conversation. You don't keep everything to yourself if you want to succeed in this business. When you're bringing up conversations, before you bring up the conversation, you first of all create a relationship. Then from that relationship might be that you start by complimenting and all that. Then he also says something about, if somebody says no to you, you don't need to be affected emotionally. Don't let it get to you emotionally, but rather ask the person, that's okay, but you're looking for someone that is hungry. Do you know anybody that is hungry? Someone who is a leader, someone who has, who has leadership skills, someone who is hungry and all that. From there, you take it, or you might not get the person, but you might get the contacts of the person. So those are the things I learned. You must not be emotionally attached. Then you must have to compliment and strike up a conversation. You are the one that will strike up the conversation by asking the person where, what you are doing now, what's going on in your life and all that. What you are doing now, where do you see yourself in 5 years and all that. So you are the one to strike up everything. So from all I'm seeing, everything depends on you. And she said, not only typing, you can also drop a voice message that when they hear that voice, that convincing voice, they tend to fall towards it. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So who else wants to share what they learned? Thank you for that. Who else wants to share what they learned? Who else wants to share? Everybody must share. Who wants to share? Madam Dorcas, are you free to talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what did you learn?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
What I've learned from her is that she said we should be able to have access to all these social medias that they help a lot. It helps us to connect with many people. And that we should always be the one to ask them questions first about their well-being, what they are doing, how they are feeling. And I said we should also ask them questions about, if you continue with what we are doing now, in the next 5 years or more, where do you think you will be? How will your life be? Will it improve with this or present condition or not? Then we listen to the response. Then if the response is somehow low, then we introduce our business to that person.
Beautiful.
And if that person eventually say no, we should not just neglect such. We should still tell the person that, well, if you know any other person that needs this business, that is in need of it, please let me know. Send them to me.
Beautiful. Now let's remember something important that she said. She said, when you are in conversation with someone and you notice a pain point in their life, you can use that pain point as a point of motivation to do what? To bring in your business. But ask them this crucial question. She said, ask them, if what you're doing right now, if you should continue with what you're doing right now, in the next 5 years, what will your life look like? What will your life look like? What you're doing right now, if you continue doing it in the next 5 years, what will your life look like? If you don't even have an inkling of what your life will look like, then look at the lives of people ahead of you in the same business or profession. They are 10 years ahead of you, 5 years ahead of you. What does their life look like? If what their life look like is not what you want your own life to look like, then trust me, the best decision is for you to get started with this business. This is another approach to do what? To closing on people. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for your time today. So I'll stop the record so that we can go into accountability of our income generating activity.